Hey everybody, welcome back to Tag Guy, the Sports Guy. That is me. I am Tag Guy, the Sports Guy. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you everybody for the new subscriptions and the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. So got a couple of new subscribers, got a couple of thumbs up from yesterday's videos. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Today is Tuesday, or Taco Tuesday. May 11th, 2021. So it's in today's video, we are going to talk about 4 different things. We're going to talk about one kind of combines into the other. We're going to talk about number 1, buy low candidates. Number 2, guys to sell very high. Number 3, the injury report. And number 4, pitchers who have 2 starts this week. So I am Ty Guy, the Sports Guy. Please like, subscribe, share, and add. So please spread the word, get me out, let everybody know that I am here, and I'm here to give you all the wonderful baseball information today. No football stuff going on today, nothing really relevant of that other than more of the Aaron Rodgers drama or the Aaron Rodgers story, but we're not going to get into that. It is still the off season. The rookies are starting to sign, but that's about it. So here we go. Topic number 1, guys to sell high. These are the guys who are playing a little bit above their pay grade right now. Guys who are busting out. Guys, these would be some great guys to sell high just because of where their rankings are and how they're doing. The first guy we're going to talk about is from the St. Louis Cardinals, Mr. Jack Flaherty, starting pitcher, St. Louis Cardinals. He is their ace. He's throwing great right now. He's not getting you a ton of strikeouts, but he's getting you a lot of quality starts. He's not giving up a ton of runs. He is somebody I would look to flip right now, or maybe trade, or maybe package in a deal for a higher end starter. Somebody who's a little more reliable. If you can get right now him, maybe package him for a Jacob deGrom type of pitcher, now would be the perfect time to do it. Since deGrom is on the IL with no oblique strain, maybe if you have a deGrom owner who is a little iffy, who's a little shaky with what's going on right now, maybe get Jack Flaherty in a package for him and get deGrom and get yourself that pitcher who's got the highest ceiling. Just an idea. The second guy I would sell really high right now would be Joe Musgrove for the San Diego Padres. Joe Musgrove threw a no-hitter a couple weeks ago. He's a hometown boy in San Diego. I did a nice little video on him for how great he's been, what a great trade it's been for the Padres from the Pirates. He's been everything they've asked for and more. Fantasy baseball-wise, this is a great time to trade him. He's starting to hit that downward slope a little bit. He's starting to flatline a little bit. His ranking is still very high. He's still getting lots of props from his first 3 starts where he just absolutely crushed it. Now would be a great time to flip him or to trade him for somebody who's a little bit more consistent. Maybe somebody like a Chris Bryant if you need another bat right now, because starting pitchers are extremely valuable. And to get somebody of his magnitude, of his caliber, people will definitely pay up for it. Another guy who you might look to trade for him is maybe Trent Grisham, maybe his teammate in San Diego for fantasy baseball. Trent Grisham is a 5-category guy or 6-category guy, depending on what kind of league you play in. Next guy we're going to talk about is Ryan McMahon, second baseman for the Colorado Rockies. He had a great start. He hit 6 or 7 home runs in the month of April. April's done. McMahon's always going to have a little bit of fantasy value extra just because of the fact that he plays in Coors Field. Depending on what your league is and what you're looking for, you could flip him for maybe like an Albies from Atlanta. He would be a really nice guy. Maybe also Whit Merrifield for Kansas City if you're looking to get upgraded at the second base position. That would be somebody you might want to look into or dive into. The next guy we want to sell high is Adolis Garcia for the Texas Rangers. This guy is a bust-out candidate. He is the AL Rookie frontrunner of the year right now. He's 28 years old. He's playing center field for the Texas Rangers. He had the best week last week of all the hitters. So right now is a great time to sell him high, depending on what you need, what you want to do. Maybe get a nice bat, maybe like a Javier Baez, maybe a guy similar to that caliber who you have a track record of. Maybe I said Chris Bryant before too. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world too. Maybe somebody like that, maybe JD Martinez, maybe somebody who you feel like you can get a more consistent package out of too. Maybe Xander Bogaerts for the shortstop position too as well. Just some ideas. So it just really depends on how high you can sell them for and what the other owners value, how they look at them too as well. Another guy who I'd sell extremely high on this week, he just had a no, almost a perfect game, John Means for the Baltimore Orioles. The reason why is Baltimore's offense is not the best. He's not going to get a ton of wins the rest of the year. he had a career game. Might as well sell him high while he came from that career game. Now would be a great time to do it. His rankings are very high. He's going to be the highest value he's going to have all year long. He's an ace for the Orioles, but he's not an ace on an everyday staff. So he's somebody that I might want to flip, put in a package, maybe get a higher ceiling starter, maybe get a couple of different closers, maybe get a stick or two where you're a little weak at. So just somebody I would look at selling very high right now. All right, so those are the buy high, those are the sell high candidates. Now we're gonna talk about the buy low candidates, guys who you want to buy pennies on the dollar. So the first guy we're gonna talk about is Alec Brom, the Phillies first baseman / third baseman. He's had a hard hit rate this year, very good. He's making solid contact, just the numbers aren't there yet. He's gonna get results. It's just a matter of time. It's baseball. That's how it is. Some days you hit the ball extremely hard and you're 0 for 4. Next game you get 4 bloop singles for base hits, and the next thing you know you're on fire. So he's a guy I would look at to buy low right now, especially how young his value is. If you play in a keeper league, he's somebody you could buy extremely low right now, and he would be some guy who you would want to think about keeping in the future just because he's so young and he plays at a premium position at third base. So next guy we're going to talk about is Kenta Maeda, Minnesota Twins. I believe I talked about this guy last week in my video as a buy low candidate too as well. Nothing's really changed. He's an ace of the Minnesota Twins. They have a very nice offense. They got a juggernaut offense, one of the best in the American League. He's going to get some wins just based off of that. Even if he's got bad days, as long as he gets you some Ks per 9 innings, if that's what you do, he can keep the whip down. He plays in a division also too where you have the Cleveland Indians, who probably have the worst offense in all of baseball. And if you flip it, when they do interleague play, they're going to play the Pittsburgh Pirates, who have a very subpar offense too as well. So if he gets a couple of matchups that a year, 2 or 3 of his 35, 33 starts a year, just that right there alone ups his value. It's going to make him more worth in the long term this year for fantasy baseball. The next gentleman we're going to talk about is Yaz Mystery. I totally screwed that name up. Yaz for the San Francisco Giants. His granddad was a Hall of Famer in Carl. So right now he is struggling. He just came back off the injury. So right now would be a great time to pick him up. If you're looking for him for this year, only short-term play, 31 years old, he'd be great. He's going to be the number 2 hitter in the San Francisco Giant offense. Last week, 3 or 4 of the Giants guys had some great weeks. They're blistering hot right now as an offense. He's the guy who's going to be hitting in the 1, 2, or 3 hole all year long. He's going to get you a little bit of power. He's going to get you some runs. Stolen base, he might get you a couple here, but overall, he's a nice guy to have. He's somebody that would be a great guy to trade right now and get him low. That way, his value is going to go up the rest of the way. The next guy we're going to talk about is George Soler, Kansas City DH. The reason why I have him on this list is because Kansas City's offense isn't really that bad. So they're actually pretty decent for the most part. They got a little bit of talent in there. They got some guys who can run, some guys who can hit, some good contact guys. He's going to have Whit Merrifield hit in front of him. He's going to have Salvador Perez hit in front of him. Also, to Carlos Santana. All those guys can get on base pretty well, so it's going to leave the bases full for him. He's definitely have base runners all year to knock in. So there's a guy who's going to get you 40 home runs at the end of the year when it's all said and done. So right now he's a great buy low candidate. He struggled in the month of April, but now if you can get him at the right time, he is somebody who is going to get hot, and he will be able to carry your fantasy baseball team. Another guy who's a great buy low candidate, if you're playing for this year or if you're playing for a dynasty league, would be Cody Bellinger. Right now he's injured. He's not playing. There's not really a set timetable for him to come back from the LA Dodgers, last time I heard. So with that being said, if you want to do a buy low on Cody Bellinger, get him for whatever you think is fair or whatever the other owner wants to grab. Sometimes when people have guys who are injured, they just want to get rid of them, and it's a great time to get them. So right now it'd probably be a good time. If you're a Cody Bellinger owner, you're probably getting a little frustrated by not getting any results, not getting any production from him whatsoever. So, and the last guy who is a great buy low candidate right now is Lucas Gialito, pitcher for the Chicago White Sox. It's a good time to buy him low while he struggled. He had an atrocious game at Boston, one to absolutely forget. He sliced his finger open, trying to open up a beer. I guess it was a 1230 beer, and he was a little hammered or something. I don't know what he was doing. But now's the time to get him before he gets back into rhythm, before he gets back to feeling his hand again, before he gets back to his old ace self. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when he's going to get back to the top notch. And also, too, with that offense, they're going to win him a couple extra games, too, as well this year. So, like for Sunday, for example, he wasn't his best on Sunday. He only had 2 strikeouts, went a whole 5 innings. But the offense came back, came up big, and they got him the win. So that is going to happen with him and that White Sox offense, because that White Sox offense, even though they lost 2 huge pieces this year so far to injury, they're still going to be hitting. They still got tons of guys who can hit with Abreu, Moncada, Eaton, Tim Anderson. They still got guys up and down the lineup. Grandal too as well. And Grandal hasn't even started hitting yet. He's barely hitting a $125. So once he gets going, then the offense is really going to start chugging along. So, but yeah, so that's my buy low. That is my sell high. Quick injury update. Christian Yelich back is out for a while. They're trying to figure out what's wrong with him. He played 1 game, went back out, so he's in some deep doo-doo, and he's been dealing with this back issue for a very long time. Next guy we're talking about is Javier Baez. He got pulled out of the game Saturday, pinched hit on Sunday. He's just day-to-day, so he'll be back very soon. Next guy we're talking about, Joey Votto. Hurt his thumb. He's out on the IL, so he's going to be out for at least a couple weeks. Wilson Ramos, catcher for the Detroit Tigers, hurt his back. If you're a catcher, and that's a tough injury to go through, just because the fact is you have to squat, go up and down, you use your back to do all your throws. That's going to be really tough. He's on the IL too right now. Anthony Rendon, he was on the IL, off the IL, right back on the IL with knee tendonitis. So he's going to be out for a little while. Byron Buxton, which is the biggest name to hit the DL this week, he hurt his hip, so he's going to be out at least 2 to 4 weeks. He went on the IL on Saturday. And also Diego Castilla, closer for the Tampa Bay Rays. He hurt his groin, so he's out for a number of weeks too as well. All right, last thing we're going to talk about is the guys with 2 starts this week, the guys that you would want to go. I know I'm a day late on this. I apologize. The guys who have double starts this week, Luis Garcia, starting pitcher for the Houston Astros. He's got 2 starts, one against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, and the other one against the Rangers of Texas. So I just wanted to mix that up. So he's got 2 really nice starts that week. And in case you can't see my background, I have the greatest pitcher of all time, Mr. Nolan Ryan. And that was an adult baseball team I played on a long time ago. So if that has a question for the jerseys we got, that'll answer that. Next guy we're going to talk about is the guy with the best first name ever, Tyler Mahal, Cincinnati Reds pitcher. He's got 2 starts this week. He had one last night against the Pittsburgh Pirates. And he's going to pitch against the Colorado Rockies this week too as well. Next guy, this guy's got the best 2-start matchup of the week. It is Alex Wood, starting pitcher for the San Francisco Giants. Alex Wood has been lights out so far this year. If you had any kind of stock in Alex Wood, hats off to you. He's been incredible. Last night he threw against Texas. And later this week, he's going to have the Pittsburgh Pirates as his second start. Another guy who was supposed to have 2 starts this week, I don't know if he's going to now. They got snowed out or rained out in Colorado. Danielson Lamet, he's going to have 2 starts this week, one against Colorado, one against St. Louis. Like I said, I don't know if the one in St. Louis got pushed back now to the following week, but he was supposed to have 2 starts this week. Kyle Gibson, starting pitcher, Texas Rangers. He's going to have 2 starts, one against the San Francisco Giants, which he had last night, and later this week at Houston against the Houston Astros. And the last guy to have 2 starts this week is Luke Weaver. His start last night was against the Miami Marlins, and then this later this week he's going to play or start against the Washington Nationals. So that's everything there for you for my Tuesday video. So I hope y'all liked everything. Hope I gave you some really cool information. Hope you enjoyed the new background. I'm just trying to figure out how to make stuff cooler. Just try to add on here as we go. So, but anyways, I'm Ty Guy, the sports guy. Thank you so much for taking time out of your Tuesday to see me. Again, thank you so much for everybody who's been here from the very start. Really appreciate your support. Appreciate the love, man. Thank you all very much. So please, again, let everybody know. Please share me on anything that you have, any Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, whatever's out there, YouTube. Please, please, please. I really appreciate it. The more videos I can get spread out, the more knowledge I can give people to help them out with their fantasy baseball, real life baseball, and everywhere in between. But today was just pure fantasy baseball. I hope you all enjoyed everything. Again, please, any questions, comments, anything like that at all. Next video, I'm probably going to bust out my old school King Griffey Jr. jersey on the background here too as well. So for Wednesday's video, I don't know what I'm going to talk about yet. I haven't really gotten that far, but I will probably talk a little bit of football, a little bit of baseball, probably go on a rant about some team or some player. So should be fun. So, all right. Anyways, thank you all so much. You have a wonderful, fun Tuesday. I am Ty Guy, the sports guy, and I am signing out. All right, everybody. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, share, add me. Thank you very much. Y'all take care. Bye.